Owning a superyacht isn't luxury. It's a financial black hole disguised as status. Billionaires don't buy them for comfort. They buy them for power, influence, and access to a world money alone can't enter. Behind the champagne decks and infinity pools lies a machine that burns millions every month, demands a full-time crew, and loses value faster than a supercar crash. So why do the ultra-rich still line up to own one? This isn't about boats. It's about ego, economics, and elite signaling. Like, share, and subscribe for more elite-level breakdowns. The entry price, where billionaire games begin. The entry price of a superyacht is not just a number. It is a gatekeeping mechanism designed to exclude almost everyone. A 40-meter yacht costing $20.30 million already places the buyer in an ultra-rare financial tier, but that is merely the starting line. Once you move into 80 to 100 meters, the price explodes beyond $150,200 million, and fully custom flagship builds quietly cross the $500 million mark. At this level, you are not buying transportation or leisure, you are purchasing entry into a closed economic ecosystem where ownership itself signals power. The cost is intentionally extreme because it functions as proof of financial endurance. In this world, liquidity matters more than net worth. If you cannot deploy hundreds of millions without hesitation, you are not considered a serious participant. The price is not a barrier, it is a filter that defines who belongs. The silent million-dollar drain. The purchase price is only the beginning. The real financial pressure starts after delivery. Superyachts consume capital relentlessly, with annual operating costs typically ranging from 10 to 15% of the vessel's value. A $100 million yacht quietly demands $10.15 million every year just to remain functional. This includes crew salaries, constant maintenance, insurance premiums, docking fees in elite marinas, and massive fuel consumption. A single long-distance voyage can burn hundreds of thousands of dollars in fuel alone. What makes this more brutal is the usage pattern. Many yachts remain idle for most of the year, yet the financial outflow never slows. The owner is effectively funding a permanently active system regardless of use. This is not passive ownership. It is an ongoing financial commitment that behaves more like running a loss-making enterprise than enjoying a luxury asset. A superyacht operates less like a possession and more like a tightly managed organization. Depending on size, it requires a crew of 10 to over 100 professionals working in coordinated precision. Captains command six-figure salaries due to the responsibility of navigating assets worth hundreds of millions. Engineers maintain complex propulsion and electrical systems around the clock, while chefs, stewards, and service staff deliver five-star hospitality at sea. Annual crew costs alone can reach $2.5 million or more, forming one of the largest recurring expenses. The structure is hierarchical, disciplined, and performance-driven, resembling a corporate environment rather than a leisure set. Every department has defined roles, accountability, and operational standards. This transforms the yacht into a microeconomy where efficiency and reliability are critical. Ownership, therefore, is not about relaxation. It is about sustaining a fully staffed enterprise that must perform flawlessly at all times. The world's most beautiful losing asset. Superyachts defy the conventional logic of asset ownership because they are engineered to lose value from the moment they are completed. Unlike real estate or certain collectibles, yachts depreciate aggressively due to technological aging, maintenance history, and evolving design trends. Within 5 years, a yacht can lose 30 to 50% of its original value, and highly customized builds often struggle even more in resale markets because they reflect one owner's personal taste rather than universal demand. This creates a paradox where the more unique and extravagant the yacht becomes, the harder it is to sell. Yet this depreciation is not viewed as failure by owners. It is accepted as part of the experience. The financial loss is predictable and, more importantly, irrelevant to individuals operating at extreme wealth levels. In this domain, value retention is secondary. The priority is ownership, presence, and the influence it projects. Customization is where a superyacht transforms from an asset into a personal statement of power. Owners invest millions beyond the base price to shape every detail, from interior architecture to onboard experiences. Helipads, private cinemas, swimming pools, and even submarines are no longer exceptional. They are expected at the highest levels. Some yachts include underwater lounges with panoramic glass walls, advanced privacy systems to block surveillance, and dedicated spaces for hosting elite events. These decisions are not driven by comfort alone. They are deliberate expressions of identity and status. The yacht becomes a floating extension of the owner's persona, reflecting taste, ambition, and influence. Unlike traditional luxury purchases, this level of customization is not about standing out in public. It is about controlling a private environment where exclusivity is absolute. Wealth, in this context, is converted into a tangible, immersive experience that reinforces personal dominance. Superyacht ownership operates within a sophisticated framework of international regulations that the ultra-wealthy strategically navigate. Many yachts are registered under flags of convenience in jurisdictions such as the Cayman Islands or Malta, where tax burdens and regulatory requirements are significantly reduced. This allows owners to legally optimize costs related to VAT, import duties, and operational compliance. Ownership is often structured through offshore companies, separating the asset from the individual and creating layers of financial efficiency. This is not accidental. It is a calculated system designed to preserve capital while maintaining global mobility. The yacht itself becomes part of a broader financial architecture, integrated into wealth management strategies. What appears as luxury on the surface is supported by complex legal and economic planning underneath. The defining reality is clear. As wealth increases, so does access to flexible systems that reshape how assets are owned, taxed, and controlled across borders. Chartering a superyacht is often presented as a smart financial strategy, but in reality, it is a controlled way to reduce losses, not generate profit. Weekly charter rates can range from $500,000 to over $3 million, depending on size and prestige, creating the illusion of strong income potential. However, once brokerage fees, crew bonuses, additional maintenance, and increased wear and tear are factored in, the margins shrink rapidly. Charter guests accelerate depreciation, strain onboard systems, and introduce operational unpredictability. Privacy, one of the core reasons for ownership, is also compromised. Owners are effectively trading exclusivity for partial cost recovery. Even in a strong charter season, revenues rarely offset the full annual operating burden. This reveals a critical truth. The ultra-wealthy are not using chartering to earn. They are using it to soften an unavoidable financial drain while keeping the asset active and relevant. Superyachts are not built for transportation. They are constructed as instruments of dominance and visibility. Unlike private jets or estates, a yacht is mobile, strategic, and capable of appearing in the world's most influential locations at precisely the right moment. It commands attention in elite hubs like Monaco or Saint-Tropez, instantly signaling authority without explanation. Ownership places individuals into a rare social tier where access is controlled and interactions are curated. Billion-dollar deals, political conversations, and high-level networking often occur in these private floating environments where discretion is guaranteed. The yacht becomes a stage where influence is exercised quietly but effectively. It is not about luxury in the traditional sense. It is about positioning. In this space, perception is power, and a superyacht functions as undeniable proof of financial strength, social rank, and the ability to operate above conventional limits. Modern superyachts are not relics of old-world luxury. They are advanced technological platforms that integrate cutting-edge innovation across multiple disciplines. Hybrid propulsion systems reduce fuel consumption while maintaining performance, And AI-assisted navigation enhances safety and efficiency in complex maritime environments. Stabilization technology has reached a level where even rough seas feel controlled and predictable. Security has also evolved, with anti-drone systems, surveillance networks, and encrypted communications ensuring privacy at all times. Some yachts are equipped with submarines for deep-sea exploration, fully functional medical suites for emergency care, and advanced climate control systems that rival high-end research facilities. The engineering complexity rivals that of small commercial vessels or defense-grade platforms. This fusion of luxury and technology transforms the yacht into more than a status symbol. It becomes a self-contained, future-ready environment designed for autonomy, security, and absolute control in international waters.